lot of effort before this weekend, in addition to being here last night, plus most of the day today. First of all, I want to thank Don Shins for getting us in here at Berean Baptist, and also thanks to the people here at Berean for allowing us to come in and sing tonight, so I really appreciate that. Greg Thwaites volunteered to be treasurer for the group, so we have a number of things, expenses, and Greg was wonderful at helping take care of that. Christy Druby really worked hard on getting our after party ready to go. She worked on getting us bow ties. They're from Apple Valley High School.
They are and go.
And Christy and Deb Schweitzer, Debbie Shane, also did a lot for our food today, arranging for lunch today, snacks last night and this morning, so appreciate that. Chris Mahavdi took care of getting us in the newspaper, both in the Star Tribune and the local Sun Current. Plus, we have a few people who traveled quite a distance to be here. Joanna flew in from New York. We have Ann Papandrea, who drove up from Chicago, and Karen Lewis, who drove in from Nebraska. So we are thrilled that they came.
Thank you.
And we flew in from St. Louis. And the other thing I'd like to thank is those of you here in the audience tonight. In fact, I'd just be interested, who heard this motley crew in any form back in high school? Raise your hand if you That's pretty impressive. Thank you. So we thank the family and friends who were here. And then the second question would be, who wasn't born the last time this group a brief word about Renee, and Warren's already talked about Renee, and Renee was involved with us back in the day, and Renee, in addition to being a fabulous accompanist and arranger, was also the choreographer for a small group called Freestyle, plus some of the special things we did. And rumor has it at one point in time when I was auditioning back in the day that somebody might have threatened to quit if I was allowed in because I wasn't exactly known for my dancing. But fortunately, I somehow made it through there.
I remember that.
The other person I need to say a few words about is Warren. And yeah, it's hard to write down words to put, because I think for so many of us, he meant different things. You know, whatever we seem to need back in that day is what he could do for us. You know, and just some words, choir director, leader, mentor, and I think most importantly, believer. I think he is a man of deep faith, but more importantly, he put his belief in us as a choir, and we can do it, he pushed us to go further. He was brought in sacred music, but it wasn't the theology that was being pushed, it was the music. And some of us really got to embrace Christianity through singing the words over and over again, but to other people it was just magical, wonderful music that was written. So when a couple of us sat down almost 2 years ago now and started talking about getting together, and we thought, well, do you think Lauren would come back and direct us? And so sure enough, we made the call about a year ago, and we had a date and said, what do you think? And fortunately, Lauren managed to clear his busy retirement schedule and fortunately stopped doing his normal summer directing and come here and be with us. So we're very, very thankful for him. So thank you, Lauren. For me, personally, there are a couple of memories that really stand out. I mentioned earlier the song, "Oh Lord God," and we did a choir tour spring of our senior year, and we ended up in Mammoth Cave. And Mammoth Cave was, as it sounds, it's a large cave, among other things. And we went into one of the big open areas, couldn't see a thing, it was completely dark. And we sang, "Oh Lord God." in there, with the music reverberating all around us, and it's just a magical time of peace. The other strong memory I have is with a piece called Morning Star, which for most of us was the last song we ever sang at Burnsville, because it was sung at graduation most every year for a number of years, and so it was a magical thing. I think the second to last thing I want to talk about is just from a standpoint of being in choir back in high school, and it was the place where we all could come. We all had other interests, whether they be focusing on academics or sports or somewhere else, but it didn't really matter where you came from once you walked in that door. You got to be part of the group. And Warren didn't hold back. He'd yell at any of us without any concern. But again, pushing, and it was made just a wonderful place to belong. And finally, I want to talk about memory of a person that for me was so significant in choir back in those days. And then it was John Morgan. Some of you may remember him. John was the lead in some of the summer musicals. John had an incredible voice, wonderful personality, very involved in theater, just a wonderful guy. And as time goes on, we're 30-some years by, it's not all great, wonderful things that happen in our lives. And John at the moment is battling cancer, and he's battling pretty serious cancer. And I know he would want to be here tonight. I feel like I've seen him looking out in the audience, and I've felt him being here. And out by the tables out there is a small basket for an offering. So in lieu of any sort of offering to help with the costs here, if you feel so compelled to honor what we're doing tonight, or to honor John, I'd encourage you to donate to the baskets out there. Because we love John and miss John, and we hope his healing continues. I think the latest news is promising that he's got a long battle ahead.
I want to say one thing about John, while you're on that subject. John Morgan was very close to me, and he was a very strong Christian. And he went to Canada fishing with his dad, and he came back and he was helping me move. I was going through a very painful divorce, and he was like a right-hand man to me. John, in his high school, he was like a man. And he said, "I'm sorry, Mr. S. John, why are you sorry?" He said, "There's one day up there in Canada, I did not pray for you. So now we need to exchange and pray for John." Thank you.
We have 3 songs left. We hope you enjoy them. It's going to be sad to hear for us to sing the last chord, because this group may not be together again, or maybe we'll be here together another 30 years. We'll find out. Thank you very much for coming, and please enjoy.